So let's get started with Part 2, Prologue Chapter 3. When last we left off, a brand new head of Chaldea had shown up with a bunch of people with guns, along with also Kodomine Kire and pink-haired lady named Koyanskaya who looks awfully somewhat fox-like. I'm sure that this will be a fantastic beginning to a new slice of life section of Fate Grand Order where nothing bad can happen. After all, a priest is here. And nothing bad has ever happened around a priest before. So let's get started with Chapter 3. Also, we're currently being held in jail, but you know. December 31st, 2019. It's today. The once clear blue sky is slowly obscured by ominous clouds. This is the beginning of the end of 2019. Da Vinci still isn't back. Oh. I know, Fo. It's been 12 hours since Mr. Gordoff called for her last night. It's 4:30 p.m. right now, and that gives us less than 8 hours until the year ends. Pardon me. I don't know who this is.
Ah! Yorokobe. Hello there, Kuda. Mr. Munier, Miss Demi-servant. I hope you don't mind me stopping by. I just wanted to chat with you again one last time.
Father Kodomine?
My name is of no great consequence. Father will be more than sufficient. Very soon, your 4-day house arrest will come to an end. The investigation will continue until tomorrow, but you have been cleared of any suspicion. It seems the Mages Association wishes to have you arrested, but we at the Holy Church feel otherwise. We see the battles you have fought and the contributions you have made and recognize them for what they are worth. My superior, Pontifex Noi, commended your accomplishments personally. He also told me to keep you safe from the Mages Association's concealment system, saying it was the least we could do for those to whom we owe our lives.
Really? Then does that mean we're fully acquitted?
It does. I talked to Music and he agreed to release Chaldea's entire former staff for their confinement in just a few more hours.
So we still can't leave just yet. Well, what about Da Vinci? Right. The investigators called her in last night and she still hasn't returned. Where is she?
Ah, Leonardo? She's a servant, so we can't afford to release her. We will unsummon her once she finishes helping us with our current task. This world is meant for the living. It has no place for the lingering dead, such as heroic spirits. Even the saints are no exception. The remnants of days past have no place in today's world, no matter what they may be.
So, you don't think that servants are valuable? Are you telling us that only the Holy Church is on humanity's side and that mystics must be opposed in all their forms, no matter what?
Not at all. Servants are useful tools. What I hate is the very concept of heroic spirits itself.
What's Da Vinci working on right now?
Leonardo has been hard at work in the command room as of last night. The procedure to unthaw Team A has already begun. Now that the coffins have been repaired, they were to be thawed by 4 p.m. today, so I expect we'll be hearing word of their success any moment now. Leonardo will be on her way once that is done, but I am willing to at least grant her a last supper. By all means, enjoy your final meal together this evening. Once you are done, I will have you taken to my helicopter and ensure you return to your family safely.
That's... Frankly, I don't trust you. The priest smiles.
Well, that's a shame. Here we've only just met and you've already decided you dislike me. Of course, if that is your decision, I will respect it. You are the master who prevented the incineration of humanity. Your instincts must be impeccable.
Operation complete. Coffin thawing successful. The coffins will be released in 3 minutes. Father Kodamine, please report to the command room. We are about to begin the resuscitation procedure. So the thawing was successful. Da Vinci must have pulled it off.
Indeed. She is quite gifted. I wish that I could overlook her secrets out of respect for her capabilities. But alas. At any rate, that brings us to the end, doesn't it? Doesn't it, Gura? I truly admire your hard work, your restraint, and your patience. More's the pity. More's the pity.
What do you mean?
Come now. You really don't know? All the miracles you performed are about to be destroyed at the hands of the very paragon of mediocrity.
Operation complete. Coffin thawing successful. The coffins will be released in 3 minutes.
Well done, Da Vinci. I'm impressed. We waste 3 days trying at this and nothing. You come in and get it done overnight. Maybe I should reconsider getting rid of you. I'd hate to lose such a talented engineer. In fact, I just received word that my own engineers are having trouble with Caldia's generator. They seem to have no idea what to make of it. If you stayed on as my secretary, that little problem would go away as well. Oh, what do you say? I'm quite generous to those who obey my commands.
Thanks, but if that's my only option, you can consider this my resignation. I'm here only out of interest for Caldia as it was. I couldn't possibly care less about yours. I'll be on my way as soon as I have dinner with the rest of the former Caldia staff.
So it's like that? Fine then. You there! Why aren't those coffins open yet? Hasn't it been 3 minutes by now? How long are you going to make me wait? I trust this goes without saying, but Wodium is our first priority, the crown jewel of the clock tower. We'll wake him up first and put him in my debt by telling him I saved his life.
Yes, sir. Opening coffin now. Huh? The death stares back, chat.
What in the...
It's empty. He's not in here. There's no sign of Kirstario Voldium in his coffin. It's not just him. There's nobody in coffins B, C, D, F, or G. They're all empty. What's going on? We had vital signs in all of them just a moment ago. The coffin's contents can't be verified until they're open. There are any number of ways to make it seem like they're still giving off readings. Does this mean that at some point the last 4 days someone opened them before I did and set them up to give us false signals? But who could have done that? And more importantly, how did they get Voldium and the others out of... Warning! Warning! A has occurred in observational data. No past observational data found. Statistical response, forecast, and prediction abilities compromised. Unable to detect anomalies in observational data. Unable to detect any form of electromagnetic waves. Unable to detect cosmic rays reaching Earth. Satellite visual feed lost. Mauna Kea Observatory's transmissions lost. There are currently no observable celestial objects on Earth. Did I hear that right?
What's the meaning of all this, Da Vinci? What's going on? I didn't do anything. What are these cracks showing up in Caldias?
Pseudo-celestial sphere Caldias overloaded, shutting down observational lens Sheba.
Now what's happening?
Intruders! I'm picking up magical energy signals at the front gate, Gate 3 and Gate 6. What the hell? There's more pouring in every second. Snap out of it. We don't need Sheba to use our internal security cameras. Get the footage on the front gate and Caldia's surroundings on the screen.
Right. Putting up visual now.
Behold, chat.
Russia.
They're humans. We're surrounded. There are Black Cloud soldiers all around outside of Caldia. No, they're already in Caldia. Gate 3 shutters have been destroyed. This is Gate 3. We're under attack by an unknown force. Requesting immediate backup. The Club Brigade has been wiped out. I repeat, the Club Brigade has...
Your Excellency, we just lost contact with the Club Brigade. I'm not getting any biometric feedback. What's going on? Nobody told me this sort of thing was going to happen. Koyanskaya! Where did Koyanskaya go?
Attention all staff. Attention all staff. Front and inner gates have been shut down. All exit routes currently inaccessible. Please wait until functionality is restored.
They've taken over the gates. Now what do we do? How are we supposed to escape? This is Heart Brigade. We need backup. We're currently engaging unidentified enemy forces. Damn it, what the hell are these things? They keep getting back up even after we fill them full holes. Damn it, stay back! Don't move! Stop! Get away! Get away! Your Excellency, we just lost contact with the 4 Flush. What are your orders? This can't be happening. All my soldiers are dead. What in the world's going on here?
Prologue Chapter 4. Senpai, those were gunshots. But who's shooting inside of Caldia?
So it has begun. Well then, Gouda, much as I hate to say goodbye, I'm afraid that this is where we part ways. Be warned, those hunters react to anything that moves. I wouldn't leave this room for a while if I were you.
Huh? It's locked. What gives? I thought he said he was gonna let us go. What the hell's going on here? Hey, guard! Guard, who's shooting up the place?
Shut up! I don't have time to deal with you right now. This is 3 of clubs. Roger, request for backup. En route to Spade Brigade now. Hang in there until I arrive. If any Caldia staff try to stop you, just shoot them.
The hell? He ran off without unlocking the door. Now what do we do, Gouda? We should find a way out of here.
Senpai, you've been studying the air vent for a while now. Are you thinking of escaping that way? I'm sorry to say this, but that vent is very narrow. The only one of us who could fit through it is Foe.
Foe. Foe? Foe.
What was that? Something just slammed into the door. Oh crap, the door's been dented.
Please be quiet, Mr. Munier. I'm sensing several entities in the hallway. Although this magical energy density, it's almost like...
Don't tell me they're servants.
Foe. Foe!
Oh god, they're here. They're gonna break down the door.
Both of you, please stand back. Senpai, please grant me permission to transform. If you use a command spell, I should be able to do it at least one more time.
I'm sorry, but no, Mash. Your body's just not... I can't do that.
Please, Senpai, we're running out of time. It'll be fine. I've been training for this all year. Even Da Vinci said I could still transform as long as it was just for battle. Please. I know I've only been able to help you as your navigator for the past year, but that's exactly why I want to fight now. I can't just watch while everyone gets killed when there's something that I can do to help. I get the feeling that whoever's behind this is trying to destroy Caldia as we know it. Please, Master Gouda, before it's too late.
Do it, Mash. By my command seal, I order you to strip. She did it. But is she gonna be alright, Gouda? She hasn't even fought yet, and she already looks like she's about to collapse.
I'm okay. Never mind that. Hurry and get behind.
Ah! It's here! Well, wait, what even is that thing? Where'd it come from?
Initiating combat. Your orders, Master.
MASH was not present as a combatant in any of the Epic of Remnant stuff. Behold, chat, the Oprichniks. I told you, chat, we're being invaded by Russia.
まだ倒れません。
Sukabliat.
了解。はい。了解。押し切ります。
Let me turn that down a little bit, that's loud.
これで倒します。 ステータスアップ。これで耐えます。ステータスアップ。これで耐えます。了解。はい。了解。押し切ります。
Was your MASH only level 40? Because the game determined that it needed to be.
これで倒します。
It's a good thing I invulned there because that was a crit.
新芽落ち着いて。新落ち着いて。了解。押し切ります。
Go MASH, hit him with a bash. Attack.
それはすべての傷、すべての怨恨を癒す我らが故郷。 権限せよロードキャメロットやーこれで倒します。了解。
How dare you hurt my mashed potato?
やー
Smash Kyrie Light reporting for duty.
倒します。
Masha!
I did it, Master. I was able to fight again.
You call that fighting? That was way too reckless, Mash. It's obvious you're not ready for this. I saw how you used to fight when I was still working in the command room, and that wasn't even half of your former strength. There's no way we can let you fight like this. Gouda, you and I will need to... Uh-oh. Ah! Now there's even more of them!
My shield is so heavy. Even after all that time I spent training. Why is this happening?
Foe! Foe!
Master, Mr. Moonier, I'll draw their attention. Once I push them out into the hallway, you run as fast as you can the other way.
No way I'm gonna let you do that. As your master, I'm right with you until the end.
But
why not take him up on his offer? This is the first time in a year you've been comrades in arms, after all. Behold, chat, the power of Baritsu!
Holmes!
I hope I didn't keep you waiting too long. My apologies. That is, as they say in modern parlance, simply how we great detectives roll. See, chat? Holmes is here to save the day. Chapter 5. So things are going a little poorly. New waifu targeted. The harem beckons. And there you are. That is the situation we find ourselves in now. Caldia is under attack by an unknown military force. All exits have been sealed off, preventing any escape. Gordolf's private soldiers are doing their best to fight the intruders off, but it won't be long now before our adversary claims victory. Our task is quite simple. As we cannot escape outside, we will escape underground. Our adversary is yet to occupy the underground hangar, so that is where we will go. There, we will find a shipping container in which we can take shelter. As it happens, I rescued 4 other staff members along the way and instructed them to head to the hangar as well. I would counsel alacrity, so move now while the hallways are still empty of soldiers. Their attention appears to be directed towards the command room for the moment, but once they've seen to their business there, it won't be long before they find the underground facilities. The hangar! Oh, you mean the dock that we used to send cargo down the mountain? Yeah, that would work as a shelter. Oh, this is great. We're saved. Come on, Mash. Gouda, what are we waiting for?
Yes, that is our best chance, but
We can't leave Da Vinci behind. Go on without us, Munier.
Senpai,
Oh, foe.
Are you kidding me? Holmes just told you the command room is the most dangerous place here. I can see you've steeled yourself for the dangers ahead. Good. A word of advice, then. Go around to the command room by way of the L2 stairs. That will send you in the opposite direction of those black-garbed soldiers. I expect you will find Ms. Da Vinci inside her workshop, but you will need to make your way through the command room regardless. Once you have met up with her, come straight to the hangar. Regretfully, I will not be able to go with you. Huh? You're gonna let them off on their own, Holmes?
that's okay. Holmes has his own things he needs to take care of. Right, Master?
I'm counting on you to rescue everyone else, Holmes. Precisely, Mr. Gouda. Very well. I shall leave Da Vinci's rescue in your capable hands. Come, Mr. Munier. I can accompany you to the hangar, at least part way. Just me? But... Right. Figures. Okay, Mash, Gouda. Sorry to run off ahead, but I'll see you two back at the hangar.
Okay. Be careful, Mr. Munier. Thank you for doing this, Holmes.
Of course. Just make sure you both exercise caution as well.
Oh, foe. Foe. Oh.
Good. We've made it to the back of the command room without those soldiers spotting us. Unfortunately, it looks like they've taken control of it just as Holmes said. I don't see Da Vinci anywhere. If she escaped to her workshop, then... Wait, is that...
Foe.
Don't tell me that you still haven't found that graph. If it's not on the main server, it must be hidden somewhere else. Remember, our primary mission may be to take control of Claudia, but our secondary objective is to seize that data at any cost. You may be satisfied as long as you can keep killing, but I told you that data is more important, didn't I? I swear, this is what happens when you just go around slaughtering without a moment's thought. Oprichniki are supposed to be the best of the best, but you guys are completely useless. You can't even capture a lone servant. Oh well, at least we gained control of the command room. You all remain on standby. The Grand Duchess will be here any moment now. I trust that you at least know how to welcome royalty properly.
That's Koyunskaya. So she's working with those soldiers.
So it would seem, although she called them Oprichniki. Where have I heard that name before? No, never mind that now. Saving Da Vinci comes first. Let's stay out of sight and make our way to the workshop, Master.
Oprichniki, where have I heard that name before?
So is Nerishim ye Republic.
Soviet national anthem starts playing in the background.
It doesn't look like those soldiers are going to leave the command room anytime soon. That's probably what's stopping Da Vinci from leaving.
By the way, chat, how's my Russian? I have never spoken Russian before, other than saying suka bliat. It's like 900% correct, right? Yeah. Perfect.
Hey there, Gouda. Thanks for stopping by. I thought you might show up. I had no reason to think that, but now I'm glad I did. Da Vinci, thank goodness you're all right.
Foe.
Yep, I'm doing okay. Things were looking pretty dicey for a while there, but I made it here intact. Those things are awful, you know. No matter how many times you kill them, they just keep getting back up and swarming all over you. They're like zombies. Now I know how it feels to be a lump of sugar getting mobbed by ants. Or maybe a piece of meat getting attacked by piranhas. Something like that. Anyway, so you went and transformed, Mash, and just when you had a chance to get your body back to normal too. Now we'll have to start your treatment all over again. I'm sorry, I know you've all been so considerate of me. Don't worry about it. Can't really complain when Gouda and I are alive now thanks to that decision. Now then, Gouda, I think we'd better save the long-winded explanations until later. I take it that you ran into Holmes. He's still here, right? Then I don't have to waste my breath telling you that you need to escape to the hangar. I was planning to head there myself, but once I had met up with you, but there's something I left behind. This is the one thing that we can't let them get their hands on. It contains a copy of the Saint Graphs, of the graph made up of the data patterns for the spirit origins of all the heroic spirits we formed contracts with up to date. In short, it contains your bonds with them. As long as you have this and Mash with you, you'll be able to summon heroic spirits again. Though you will need access to a good ley line and a ton of energy to activate it, of course. Claudia may not be able to get it up and running right now, but as long as we can make it through this predicament, we should be able to figure something out. I bet this spirit origin graph is what they're looking for, too. I originally moved it to this briefcase to keep it out of Gordolf's hands. Either way, it's a good thing I did. Anyway, now that you and Mash are here, Gouda, we can slip out through the command room. Mash, I know that your body isn't operating at its peak, but do you think that we can hang in there for just a few more battles? Of course. It'd be my honor to accompany you, Acting Director Da Vinci. Great, then I'll be counting on you two to back me up. We'll need to take out the soldiers in the hallway to make it to the hangar. We have no choice but to cut through the command room along the way, but I do not want to fight in there if we can possibly avoid it. As I'm sure you saw for yourselves, something is attacking Caldius. Ordinarily, Caldius should be protected by a powerful force field, making it impossible to touch. I'm still not sure exactly what's going on, but it looks like they've somehow managed to seal Caldius away. And that means that there's a chance that Caldius could be physically destroyed. Even a single stray shot or ricochet could damage it. We have to avoid that at all costs. If Caldius ends up broken, fixing it would be impossible.
Alright, I got it. Let's go.
That's the spirit. This takes me back to our battles in the Holy Land. You've grown up so much since then. Really now, you didn't have to come back for me. You would have been just fine even if I was gone. But, thanks for coming for me all the same. Which isn't to say I couldn't take care of myself. Now let's get out of here and head to Hangar.
Aw, she cares.
I would have been fine alone, Bakas. It's not like I wanted you to come rescue me or anything.
Lude the Da Vinci. I mean, what? I didn't say anything, Chad. They were talking about Camelot there. That was the Holy Land. Also, Mash's shield being used for summons has been talked about for a long time. It was like briefly mentioned very early on and then expanded a bit more in Camelot. Now for the person we rescued to carry us. Oh yeah, Da Vinci's way stronger than Mash. Also, these are assassins and she's a
了
caster.
解押し切ります
OK
Okay.
それ
Ow. Ooh. Owie.
ステータスアップこれで耐えます
およそ私は万能なのさ
落ち着いて
任せ
落ち着いて
盛大に行こうか
I don't care how red you make your
およそ
eyes.
私は万能なのさ
Da Vinci has clear eyes.
OK
はい
東方の三博士北欧の大神知恵の果実我が英知我が万能はあらゆる英知を凌駕する
Boom.
魚のウニベルサーレ
Caldia got raided not by the SCP Foundation, but by Russia. Although Russia is kind of an SCP on its own, isn't it? Chapter 6. After all, we're being attacked by the Oprichniki. I'm pretty sure the Oprichniki are Russian. I know for a fact they are, actually, so you know. Don't worry about it. It's just Russia. Chat, I want shirtless silver waifu. Give her to me. Anyway, enough of that. This is the hangar.
That's right, this is where Claudia stores various kinds of equipment and disposes of materials it no longer needs. But that huge shipping container didn't used to be here. What could it be?
Gouda, Mash, Miss Da Vinci. Oh, I'm so glad you all made it back. Check it out, this is the container we're using as shelter.
I'm well aware, Moonier. Good to know you guys are safe and sound too. Let's get inside, Gouda. That container is made of a special highly durable material. It'd take a tank shell to even dent it. What's more, we set it up on some rails that'll eject it from the hangar in the worst case scenario. It might be a bumpy ride since we'll have to make the trip by sledding all the way down the mountain, but at least we should be able to make it to the bottom.
You got it. Alright, come on, everyone else is already on board. You three are the only ones left. Let's get going before they find us.
So you're all safe. That's wonderful. I knew Holmes could do it.
Well, all of us who escaped to the West Hall anyway. Just the West Hall? Does that mean... There's a wall of ice blocking the way to the East Hall. Everyone who escaped there is frozen solid.
What? But how? That shouldn't even be possible. Maybe not, but this is true. I saw it for myself back in the command room. One girl froze the entire East Hall single-handedly. Hard as it is to believe, she's a servant. She must be a heroic spirit who was summoned outside of Caldia. She headed to the command room after freezing the East Hall, so that might be frozen solid by now, too.
A servant summoned outside of Caldia? Oh.
But still, how? Dr. Roman said that it was impossible to summon heroic spirits without this shield, let alone outside of Caldia.
Dr. Roman's a fucking liar, Mash. Need I remind you of the Fuyuki Holy Grail War?
I know. Look, I know, which is why the circumstances are so precarious. That heroic spirit shouldn't be here. This whole situation shouldn't even be possible. They caught us completely by surprise. We have nothing at all to go on at the moment. Which is yet another reason why we have to make this temporary retreat. We can call the Mages Association for help, gather intel on who we're up against, and...
Somebody. Anybody. If anyone's hearing this, please answer me. Anybody at all.
Someone's still alive.
That was a survivor, I'm sure of it. He needs help. But which block could he be in?
Come on, what are you waiting for? Holmes is yelling for us to go already. We're out of time. We have to go now. I feel for whoever that is, I do, but luck just wasn't on his side. We gotta forget about him.
You heard the man. Holmes is right, and of course I agree. We just don't have time. The only thing we can do for him now is pray that he makes it out alive on his own. That is, unless you two are willing to stay behind to help someone you don't even know.
Oh God, they're coming! They're coming! Somebody! Anybody! Why does this sort of thing always happen to me? Damn it all! Who do they think I am? I'm Gordolph, goddamn music! The eldest son of the music family! I was going to leave Cordia to glory! Yes, glory! That's what was supposed to happen. But now...
That voice, Gordolph? So it's that music bastard, huh? All the more reason to forget about him. He's got no one to blame but himself. Why should we help a guy like that after everything he did to Caldia? Well, you're not wrong, but...
Why? Why do things always turn out like this? Why do they always turn on me in the end? This always happens to me. Always! Nothing's changed at all. No matter where I go, no matter what I try, I was always an outcast, a loser, a social leper. I knew what everyone was thinking. I knew they all hated me. But what was I supposed to do about it? I don't know why they hated me. I don't know how to get people to like me. But I tried. I did the best I could. I never had my sights set on first place, you know? I would have been happy with second or third. But just look at how things turned out. Forget third. I didn't even end up placing at all. Stop! Stop it! Damn it! After a life of failure, I thought this would finally be my shot at success. But a loser's all I'll ever be. No matter where I go, or what I do. Damn it! Damn it! I don't want to die. I'm not ready to die. After all, no one's ever praised me before. No one's ever loved me before.
Come on, Mash. I can't let this happen. Not again.
Understood, Master. Let's go rescue Gordoff Music.
Huh? Have you guys lost your minds? Why would you risk your necks for a jerk like that?
Sorry about this, Moonier. Tell Holmes to wait until we get back. Once these two have made up their minds, they won't budge an inch. But don't worry, my limitless universal genius will see us back safely in no time.
Da Vinci, sorry, and thanks.
Let's just say that today is Gordoff's lucky day. Besides, I have to admit, you can't hear all that and then not help. So nothing ever went right for him, huh? Then this time for sure, we gotta make sure that we get there in time. Isn't that right, Gouda?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Moonier, please watch Foe while I'm gone. Don't worry, Foe. I promise I'll be right back.
Foe! Foe! Oh god. Oh god, I'm doomed. My magical pistol's out of bullets and I've used up all my talismans. Oh god, this is gonna hurt, isn't it? This is gonna hurt like hell. You're probably not going to kill me quickly either. I've seen these things in the old records. They're the Tsar's oprichniki. They're soldiers expressly designed to make humans suffer. Demons in human clothing. I don't know why they've come back to life here or now, but... oh god, this is going to hurt so much. I guess I'm going to die as unlucky as...
Well, I'm impressed that you've managed to stay alive this long, Gordoff.
What? You're that caster, and you're that demi-servant girl, and that third-rate master, Gouda. What are you all doing here?
We're here to rescue you, believe it or not. Don't thank me, though. This was entirely Gouda's idea. Not that I can really see a prat like you ever thanking someone. 4 black-garbed soldiers are headed this way. Your orders, Master.
Gordoff, I'm here. Let's negotiate my raise. You don't even work for me. Let's negotiate my raise. Yes, Russia is attacking Chaldia. Not just any Russia, but Russia from the time of the Tsars.
任せて。オッケー。まだまだ行くよ。レオナルドパンチ。芸術を知りたまえ。
Punchy. I love the Leonardo punch. It's great.
およそ私は万能なのさ。
ステータスアップ。これで耐えます。了解。
オッケー。
押し切ります。
まだまだ行くよ。
Chat, did I make Gordoff sound like a pathetic peasant to you? I hope I did.
およそ私は万能なのさ。およそ私は万能なのさ。オッケー。
はい。
You can't make him sound uncool.
東
Of
方の
course.
三博士、北欧の大神。
Gordoff's the
知恵の果実
coolest, isn't
我
he?
が英知、我が万能はあらゆる英知を凌駕する魚のウニベルサーレ。
Still surprised I have an E at the end of Gore for Gordolf in the English translation, but it's fine.
The battle is over. Gordolf music is safe now.
Thank goodness. That's a relief, huh?
What are you doing here? Do you actually think you've helped me just because you've saved my life? I'm the real victim here. They should have broken up Caldia after all. The heroic spirit summoning system turned out to be a broken down piece of junk, and the supposed star of the show, Caldius, overloaded the moment I got here. Then I go and lose contact with the outside world, I can't find Koyanskaya anywhere, and to top things off, I run into those Oprichniks. What sort of wickedness have you brought upon us now? Don't tell me you went and destroyed the world again.
Destroyed the... I'm afraid you're greatly mistaken. We weren't the ones responsible for the incineration of humanity, but...
Don't you dare talk back to me. Just shut the hell up and start fixing this mess you made. Just thinking about it is giving me the shakes. Come on then, get to work.
You see, I knew this would really be more trouble than his cologne is worth. In this Coglione?
Yeah, Coglione. I learned a new word.
Anyway, we really don't have time to explain everything right now. For the moment, let's get back to safety. I'm sure everyone else is on pins and needles waiting for us. You're right. We need to apologize to them. Still, I'm glad we weren't too late. Aren't you, Senpai?
Absolutely. Come on, Gordolf, old buddy, old pal. Let's run away from the shirtless silver girl behind us. Did I say run away from the shirtless girl? What's wrong with me? Chapter 7. We have rescued Gordolf. Things are looking up. Mesh looks like she's in a lot of pain. I can't let her keep pushing herself like this.
I never thought I'd be forced to run a marathon on top of a mountain. If anything, you should be praising me for fighting valiantly all on my own.
Not a fan of long-distance running. It's okay if you want to sit down and take another break. We don't mind. But you should know that we're not going to wait for you for another second.
You think I don't know that? Come on then. Pick up the pace. Before more of those Oprichniki catch up to her. Oh.
Hi. That's far enough. It looks like you're not going to be crossing this particular finish line, are you?
Koyanskaya!
This is terrible. Those things have captured Koyanskaya. I see. After my quick thinking let me escape from the command room before anyone else. She must have found herself all alone and was forced to give herself up. The poor thing.
No, Mr. Gordolf, the Oprichniki didn't capture her. She's the one leading them. I don't know what she did, but I think she's the one who orchestrated this whole attack on Caldia.
You're joking? Then you mean she's been deceiving me all this time? That she only traveled far and wide and worked herself to the bone so I could land Caldia for her sake instead of mine? Damn it, you little minx! How dare you toy with an innocent man's heart like that?
Oh, my, I think we have a misunderstanding, Your Excellency. We recommended Caldia to you as a purchase with tremendous value. We were completely honest about that. You saw its value, accepted the offered price, and invested your personal fortune. We assassinated your rival bidders to guarantee your purchase. And as a result, you gained sole rights over Caldia and its property, and we were able to complete our objective without the association interfering. That sounds like a win-win to me. But then you go and call me a minx? I'm normally very gentle, but that really ruffles my feathers. So now we're going to kill you all. It's time for all of you to pay up for everything you're worth. Master, Mr. Music, get back. Her smile is utterly false. I've never sensed such a fierce bloodlust before. Oh, I'm impressed, Shield Girl. I guess you really do know a servant when you see one. But don't worry your pretty little head, okay? I couldn't care less about other servants, so I'll make sure to kill you quickly. The only prey I really like to take my time with is of the human variety. The ones I'm really fond of I like to stuff and mount on my walls. In fact, I've got quite a nice collection now, if I do say so myself. You know how some people like to hunt foxes? Well, it's just like that, only with humans. Gordolf isn't worth my time, but you just barely make the grade, Gouda. I think you'd look wonderful on my mantle. Oh, but I will have to remove those unsightly limbs first.
Come on, Gouda. Do something. You're a master, right?
Don't worry, I've got these soldiers figured out by now. Mash, you just hang behind and back me up. If that's all we're up against, I should be able to. Handle them yourself? I don't think so. Not when we have the invincible Grand Duchess on our side. Death to those who would disobey the glorious Tsar. Eradication to those who would betray us. V, I will wish this myself. I will curse them myself. We will reduce all good people to stone, to ice, to nothingness. Open your wicked eye. V!
That's the witch who surrounded Caldia. She's a servant. She froze the entire East Hall solid. This is it. I'm really done for this time. You're no match for her, Da Vinci. She's got you beat in abilities and looks alike.
Oops, sorry. I really should be more careful with my staff. But if you don't have anything helpful to say, how about you be a dear and shut the hell up? That said, Gouda, I'm afraid Gordolf isn't totally wrong. She is a servant, and not the kind we know either. Make sure you're ready to back me up with those command spells. We need to settle this quickly before she gets serious.
I'm afraid she's got you beat in both abilities and looks.
See, that was the wrong thing to say, Gordolf. Especially, look at Da Vinci. Look at Da Vinci. Other than having a little bit of big head syndrome for being a slightly older servant on the sprite, look at her. She's beautiful. Anyway, chat. Welcome to Break Bars.
まだ倒れません。ステータスアップ。これで耐えます。落ち着いて。
任せて。
はい。ふっ。
まだまだ行くよ。
やー。
Chat, do you like how the game lied to us and said there would be no fights, and yet here we are in a fight?
任せて。オッケー。 任せて。盛大に行こうか。レオナルドパンチ、芸術を知りたまえ。
Oof, that was a lot of damage. Luckily, the Grand Duchess is a pushover. She can't even fight us, chat. Look at her. Look how weak she is. Makasete. Easy fight.
東方の三博士、北欧の大神、知恵の果
Glasses
実。
equipped.
我が英知、我が万能はあらゆる英知を凌駕する魚のウニベルサーレ。まだまだ行くよ。レオナルドパンチ、芸術を知りたまえ。
まだ倒れません。神明
We're gonna break that first bar. Easy time,
私を
chat.
最悪の席に立つ。それは全ての傷、全ての怨恨を癒す我らが故郷。権限せよ、ロードキャメロット。
それ。
Oops. Notice matches HP. That's supposed to happen to Da Vinci too, but she resisted it. What a baller.
It's useless. A servant from proper human history has no chance against one from the Lost Belt. She's survived hardships and environments that you can't even imagine. You never stood a chance. Though I will say you did pretty well, at least for servants from this cushy world. Yes, I can see that she has quite the formidable spirit origin. And you know what they say, the bigger they are, the more common their weakness. Here, I'll show you what I mean. Thanks for being so incorrigibly smug. A bomb! Oh, I better cover my ears. An anti-spiritual body flashbang. She's a clever inventor, that servant. But I'm betting that she's just about run out of tricks. Let's go after them, Your Imperial Highness. There's nowhere left for them to run. They're trapped like rats. Rats. Rats.
We're the rats.
There were a lot of rats in that house, too. All they know how to do is gnaw at their surroundings and multiply and multiply. Still, I recognize that that is one of proper human history's greatest strengths. If their strength lies in multiplying, we will show our strength in eradicating them all the more fiercely. Our world, the Lost Belt we come from, is a cruel and frigid place. How laughable to think they consider this mired environment cold. Soon we will show them what true hell is.
Remember, chat, at the end of the day, a flashbang is your best friend. Alright, Chapter 8. Going to Cocytus? Now we're going to Tartarus. That way we can burn my bread. Burn my bread.
We finally made it back. Everyone's okay.
So this is the hangar. It's a lot bigger than it looked in the file.
Oh, just shut it and get in the container, Coglione. I can feel the cold breathing down our necks.
Whoa! Whoa!
Hey, over here, hurry up!
The ice is right behind you, look! The enemy servant is closing in. I'll fight her off, Master. If I don't stop her here, then everyone who fled to the container will suffer the consequences. No need for that. They'll never catch up to us at this pace. One more step and victory is ours. I'll bring up the rear. The rest of you...
Indeed. You were just one step short.
Eh? So, chat. That did just happen.
喜べ少年
You were right. I was getting my Yorokobe button.
I'm sorry. Old habit of mine. You left your heart open, and that seemed the fastest way to end you. Servant or not, you can't survive once your spirit origin core has been shattered. Farewell, Leonardo da Vinci. With you gone, Caldia's head is well and truly crushed.
Da Vinci! Stay back, Gouda! You little...
Oh-ho! You've got guts. Instead of pulling away, you're pinning me with your own body. Impressive.
Grab the case and go. Hurry! Do not let them get their hands on that spirit origin graph. No. We can't possibly do that. We can't just run away and leave you behind. Yes, you can. I wouldn't have helped you if you and Gouda weren't the sort of people you are. Goodbyes always have a way of surprising you, even for geniuses like me. I guess it's for real this time. No more getting lucky like in the Holy Land. Take care of Mash for me, Gouda. And take care of what's in that case, too. And not just because it'll be useful, okay? That graph is proof of that your journey really happened. It's our pride and joy, both for me and the others who aren't with us anymore. I just couldn't bring myself to erase it. Oh no, you don't. You're not pulling your hand out yet. You just killed a genius. Don't think you're getting off that easily. Go on, Gouda. Hurry. The Caldia you knew is gone. But as long as you and Mash are alive, this isn't over. I'm positive there will be a new Caldia in the future.
Thank you for everything. Ci vediamo, uomo universal.
Farewell, Gouda. I know it's a lot to ask, but don't give up. And do your best. Let's go, MASH. But... MASH Kyrie, Gouda, Gordolf music. That's the last three. We're all in here now.
Whoa. 4!
3? Don't you mean 4? Where's Miss Da Vinci?
Da Vinci's...
She's gone. That servant was killed in the line of duty. She went out in a blaze of glory. Shut off the waterworks, girl. Your blubbering is annoying.
I see. In that case, all we must do now is survive.
Well, sure, but how exactly do we go about that, Holmes? The shelter's only gonna last for so long. It's getting colder and colder outside.
We go about it like this, naturally. Do you see all those pipes on the wall? Hold tightly to them, and be sure to keep your mouths closed. It's about to get rather bumpy in here.
Wait, you don't mean we're going to escape in this container, do you?
I certainly do. That is, of course, the entire purpose we had in making it. Not to worry, we've already prepared it to handle sudden changes in atmospheric pressure. So just sit back and enjoy the 6-kilometer sled ride. Is Holmes just Sherlock? Yes.
What? What the hell? Confirming their caster's spirit origin is gone. This just about completes our operation now, but I didn't think they still had another servant up their sleeve. You really can't trust everything you read in reports, can you? You're the one who planned this operation, Koyanskaya. What do you think?
Hey now, this isn't my fault. I said all along I suspected they weren't telling us everything. Though I will say I didn't expect them to slide down the mountain in a shipping container. That was how they threw away their trash, right? Their trip must have reduced those humans to just red smears on the container walls, right?
Please. This was obviously their plan from the start, and they managed to keep that extra servant a secret. They must have something else up their sleeve. The Master, the demi-servant, Gordolf, and the 8 surviving staff members. That makes 11 precious human lives. Can I trust you to take care of them, Koyanskaya?
You can. This is a bit beyond the scope of my job here, but I'm willing to make an exception. I do have my pride after all.
And a gun.
Besides, we need to make sure the humans are completely wiped out, don't we?
That a Dragonov? Yes, actually.
Oh god, we're sledding! We're actually sledding in this thing. This is ridiculous even for us. Still, this should let us escape. Once we've made our way down the mountain, there should still be an association ship at the... Oh, what the hell was that? Oh god, we're spinning! The container's spinning on its side!
Whoa! Whoa! Did somebody just snipe us? But where could they have possibly shot at us from? Oh god! The container's falling apart! If we get thrown out at this speed, we'll...
Holmes? Don't worry, it only looks like a container from the outside. Oh, wait.
We will survive this. I planned for pretty much this exact situation. I didn't spend the last 6 months modifying this thing for nothing.
Huh? What is all this?
Hello and good morning, fellow Caldians. Well, I guess I should say it's nice to meet you all. I am Leonardo da Vinci. But since we're all friends here, you can just call me Da Vinci.
Oh? Eh? What? What the hell's going on? Look at that face. Look at that smile. Look at that smug.
I got a new look. I am a genius after all. Can't expect me to keep the same style forever. Or are you so struck by my beauty that you're at a loss for words? Of course you are, you little devils, you. Let's just say that this is the sheer unbridled power of a main character. Bit of a shock seeing me again 5 minutes after my tragic death scene.
Allow me to explain. This is a spare body that Ms. Da Vinci created for herself in case of emergency. It's a relatively low-cost solution, though unfortunately it has a commensurately low output. And so she's able to behave as though she is simply picking up where the former Da Vinci left off. Even though she is a low-ranking servant who only just awakened.
You there, black coat guy who's just plain sucking at driving this thing. What gives with the spoilers? I was waiting for the perfect moment for my big reveal, you know. Excuse me, but is this true? Are you really Da Vinci? I sure am. Take a look at these glasses if you don't believe me. Mash, Gouda, this may be the first time we're meeting, but I already know all about you. I inherited all the other Mii's memories after all. I've really been looking forward to the day I could meet you all like this. I might not be quite as capable as a Renaissance woman as the old me, but I hope that I can help you out from now on just the same.
If you've quite finished with your introductions, please get back to the controls, Da Vinci. Need I remind you that you are an artificial servant created expressly for the purpose of piloting this all-terrain void transporter, the Shadow Border. Without you, the Shadow Border cannot function at full capacity.
You really are a buzzkill, Holmes. You know, I can't talk while I'm in the control tube. But this is an emergency, and everyone's safety does come first. I guess I'll just have to go back to sleep then. We'll talk later after things have calmed down. Good night, Gouda. Good night, Mash. Good night? Senpai, who is that tiny Da Vinci?
I am so confused.
Oh, what a jump! That was a slope crossing impact, wasn't it?
Correct, I see you're quite the driving enthusiast, Gordoff.
Why, yes, as a matter of fact. I don't like to brag about it, but I am something of an amateur racer. I'm the sponsor, driver, and strategist all rolled into one. Music the Phoenix, they call me.
Now then, we're about to reach the ice shelf. From there, we'll head for the coast and the sea beyond. Ice shelf? Coast? Oh, that's right. You don't know where we are, do you? Well then, take a look out the window, Mr. Gouda. It's not every day one gets a chance to see scenery like this. Longitude 0 degrees west. Hey, we've always known we were up on an Arctic mountain of some sort. Antarctica, specifically.
Now then, time for our last job. The pseudo-celestial sphere Caldias, the miracle that leads to the root, the miracle that the Animosphere family wished for and dreamed about for over 2 millennia. Part of me wishes we didn't have to trample all over this dream, but such is life. It is the job of adults to teach children the harsh truth of reality. Even the Tsar fears this celestial sphere. After all, changing the past via ray shifting is the one threat that we cannot counter.
So, this is Caldias. It looks just like an Easter egg. So this is the device I must freeze, Father.
Hey, that is what the Tsar wants. You must use your noble phantasm to defeat the traitors. You must bury this magnificent crown jewel of humanity yourself in a coffin of permafrost. So, what will you do, Your Imperial Highness, Grand Duchess Anastasia?
Antarctica? We've been in Antarctica this whole time, but they told me we were on a huge mountain. Although many nations have claimed this land as their own, the fact remains that it is the last frontier yet to fall into humanity's grasp. Caldia was built right in its center so that no nation could use it for their own ends. It was built on a mountain range hidden by an endless blizzard, or rather the lingering scent of mystics, and then further reinforced by a bounded field. It is the largest and only observatory of humanity on the entire planet, its location and secrets concealed from the moment of its creation. That is Caldia, the security organization for the preservation of humanity. Well, I suppose I ought to say that it was Caldia. As of now, Caldia has fallen into the hands of an unknown adversary, one who is trying to shut it down even as we speak.
Trying to shut it down? Even as we speak?
Correct. I've confirmed that as of 20 seconds ago, all command room transmissions have ceased, and all power output has shut down. Caldia's is no longer operating either. The air conditioning is stopped and the inside temperature has dropped below -100 degrees. As loath as I am to say it, we must face the facts. Caldia is lost. We no longer have any means of taking it back or even returning to it.
Stop it. Please, stop it! I have to go back to Caldia. Please, let me go back. It hasn't been taken from us yet. I know it hasn't. All of my memories of the time I spent with everyone else are there. Nothing can change that. And Dr. Roman's room is still...
Whoa. Stop that! Now what do you hope to accomplish by going back now? Go on, youngster, talk some sense into her.
Mr. Gouda, would you mind holding Mash back from... Never mind, there's no need for that. Her body has reached its limits. I'm afraid that is what happens when one transforms while one is unable to properly synchronize with one's spirit origin. All the duress you place on your body comes back to bite you. At this point, she lacks even the strength to open the hatch. I would advise that you sit her down and strap her in before she suffers unnecessary injury.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, everyone. If I'd only been able to fight as a real servant.
This isn't your fault, Mash. Nobody is to blame for this.
Senpai?
Aw, Mash. Wait, hang on, what's that? Holmes, are you seeing what's outside the window? Of course, I've seen it since I took control. Nevertheless, it is hard to believe. One could be forgiven for thinking it a bad dream. Welcome to the end of the world, chat. Again. Are those meteoroids? But we didn't get any reports from Panama. If there were meteoroids too big to burn up in the atmosphere headed this way, we would have heard. And what's with those trajectories? How can they possibly be falling straight down like that? An occurrence that defies human understanding, That tells us they cannot be meteoroids. I believe we can rule out debris as well. Which means this can only be something once relegated to fiction. For example, an invasion from outer space.
You're joking, right? Who could say something like that with a straight face? I mean, that would just be absurd, right? Or what, are you saying that those people were aliens? That they only pretended to be human in order to take over Caldia? How can...
My apologies, but please do be quiet. We're picking up an external transmission. It's using the same frequency you did at Caldia. Entity. We have a message for all of humanity. This planet will soon be reborn as an old, brand new world. Human civilization was a mistake. The path of our growth was incorrect. And so I have made my decision. I will revolt against all of human history. Proper human history. We are about to fill this world with inhuman mystic secrets. We will restore the Age of Gods. To that end, the gods have descended from a far-off galaxy, and in their wisdom they have used 7 seeds to select new leaders. These leaders will remake this planet as they see fit, and the one who reigns supreme shall be given the right to renew the world itself. The life forms from proper human history will not be permitted to take part in this world, or even to view it from the sidelines. The roots of cosmic fantasy have descended upon us. Trees of creation have sprung up all across the land. Now, all of old humanity's endeavors will be set aside, frozen. Thus shall you atone for your sins. 2019, the year that proper human history came to an end. My name is Voldy. Kirshtaria Voldy. On behalf of the 7 cryptors, I have a message from those of you who escaped from Caldia. No, rather I have a message for the scant few of the human race. We will be the inheritors of this world's history.
Kirshtaria? That did sound like Kirshtaria, but...
Kirshtaria Voldim, the leader of Team A. Oh, here I was going to take him under my wing, and this is the thanks I get?
Cryptor? The end of human history? Now what is it?
Emergency from the computer room. Emergency from the computer room. Hey there, it's me, Da Vinci, the one controlling the border all by my lonesome. We're less than 2,000 meters away from the coast now, but I'm afraid we've got a little problem to deal with first. I'm picking up a ton of spirit origin signals up ahead. It's more of the soldiers that attack Caldia. I'm counting about... well, see for yourself. As they say, a picture's worth 1,000 words.
The word 1,000 there is very, very useful.
It is those soldiers that attacked Caldia.
How can there be that many? Damn it, it looks like a whole damn division out there. What the hell is this?
Oh, foe! They're covering the entire coastline. It's over.
There's no way that our border here can break through a group like that. If we try to charge them, we'll all be dead way before we hit the water. Holmes, hard right. We'll have to give up on the ship and try for another observatory.
I'm afraid that won't work, Da Vinci. We're getting no response from the American base. In fact, according to the sonar, there's nothing to be found anywhere. Surely you can see that yourself. As long as we remain in Antarctica, we have no chance of victory. If the enemy forces who occupied Caldia catch up to us, we will be quite finished. Our only hope for survival is to plow through that mass of soldiers and pray we make it out to sea.
You'd bet all of our lives on that. What are you, an idiot? You can't possibly break through that army. Even if we did somehow make it out to sea, the ship is bound to be hijacked by now. It would only be a matter of time before they catch up to this broken-down truck and slaughter us all.
That is one opinion. Mr. Gouda, tell me, what do you think? I mean, hey, Sherlock Holmes is a man of adventure, right? Quite right. This is an adventure, and one of the grandest ones imaginable at that. It's certainly not some boring escapade where we barrel our way through an army of horrific killers. No, this will be humanity's first Magecraft voyage. To date, humankind has traveled to the moon, the subterranean world, and even through time. This voyage will be unlike any of those trips, though no less grand in ambition. The world we hope to visit is one that cannot exist without being defined, even as it lies in a domain beyond our reach. In other words, we will be attempting to travel to a world that exists on the negative vector.
What did you say? You can't possibly mean...
Da Vinci, permission to use the paper moon. The Atlas Institute may not have cleared me for it, but I'm quite familiar with its operation. After all, I got a rather thorough look at its top-secret manual while I was in their headquarters.
Try Hermes at the Atlas Institute, You detective types are always on the job, aren't you? Still, be honest with me. How good do you think our odds are of pulling that off? Better than if we tried to fight those soldiers.
30% at best, I should think. Well, for that matter, I can't even be sure where we'll end up. If all we wish to do is make it out of this predicament alive, I have no doubt there are better options available. But if you have your sights set further than that, this is the one I recommend. I believe it will aid us in fighting this adversary in the future.
Understood. Expanding Void Reality Observation Device, Paper Moon. Expanding Logic Formula on Shadow Border's external armor. Removing existence verification for reality space. Future prediction. Hypothetically prove mirror world plane in 20 seconds. Relaxing space-time friction decompression for 0.6 seconds. Emergency processes, all green. Looking good, Holmes. We're all set up for our maiden voyage. Now then, a little heads up for those of you in the cockpit. Your souls will almost leave your body for a moment. Oh, but don't worry, you'll be fine. It's just your average out-of-body experience. But if you find yourself saying stuff like, I'm floating, or is that my own body I'm looking at? Just reach out, grab your body, and hold on for dear life. As long as you do that, you'll come out the other end alive.
How is that any of that fine? You just said you're literally going to kill us.
Foe! Foe! Foe!
Master, I still don't understand what's going on. Are you sure about this?
Sure, I'm sure. Just another day at the office, right?
Now that's the good I know. Then without further ado, let's get started. Although this phenomenon intervention method we're about to attempt is one of the first Caldia ever devised, we've banned its use because of its extreme difficulty and danger. You know how ray shifting involves breaking a master down into spiritrons and outputting them into space-time as numeric values? Well, this way of traveling through space is the exact opposite. We'll be slipping through a crack in this world into a sea of time, completely erasing our existence from reality. We have a lot on our plates right now. An adversary that attacked Caldia, those things that fell from space, the cryptors. Like Mash said, we don't know what's going on right now. But one thing we know for sure is that they're all enemies. Threats to humanity that even destroyed Caldia. If we're going to do something about all of this, we'll have to start breaking even more forbidden taboos. We are not handing over the future we worked so hard to take back to a bunch of newcomers we don't know the first thing about. So first, we find a way out of this mess, and then we strike back. Well, let's get going, Master Gouda. We have a new weapon and a new course ahead of us. Shadow Border, untether from reality. Void space dive, zero sail, unfurl.
Hold on to your butts, chat. And welcome to Imaginary Number Space.